Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let's talk about a potential game changer, a move that could really shake up the NFC East and give the Giants a much-needed boost on the defensive side of the ball. Rumors are swirling around the possibility of the Giants making a bold move for Antoine Winfield Jr., the safeties star from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, this isn't just some idle speculation. This is something that could reshape how the Giants approach their secondary and overall defensive strategy moving forward. Winfield, a player with a knack for making big plays, could be the perfect piece to solidify a secondary that's been a bit shaky this season, especially given their struggles against the pass. Let's set the stage. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, sitting at 6'4", are in a bit of a cap crunch, with about $14 million in cap space. They're clearly in a rebuild mode, especially after losing some key pieces on defense and needing to make some tough decisions. Rumors suggest that Tampa Bay might be open to trading Winfield Jr., a safety who's been a ball hawk and a playmaker for the Bucs. The proposed deal? A third-round pick in the 2026 draft, which might seem like a small price for the Giants to pay for a player of Winfield's caliber. It's a hypothetical, of course, mentioned by insiders like Rossini, but it's one that makes a lot of sense when you look at what the Giants need and what Winfield could bring to the table. Now, why would the Giants be interested? Well, their secondary has been a bit of a liability this season, giving up an average of 220 passing yards per game. That's not exactly what you want if you're trying to compete in today's NFL, where passing attacks are so potent. Adding Winfield could immediately improve those numbers. His career stats are impressive. Over 6 seasons, he's amassed more than 300 total tackles, over 10 interceptions, and a PFF grade of 86. 2. His coverage success rate is around 65%, and he allows just about 1 yard per target. In 2025, he played 10 games, recording 31 solo tackles, 17 assists, and a handful of turnovers, including an interception, forced fumble, and fumble recovery. His EPA, expected points added, against the pass is 16, which indicates he's a reliable defender who can limit big plays. What makes Winfield Jr. a potential perfect fit for the Giants? Well, look at his profile. He's a versatile safety who can play deep, come up in the box, and even cover slot receivers when needed. He's a proven turnover machine, much like Minkah Fitzpatrick was before his trade to the Steelers, which turned them into a defensive juggernaut with +8 interceptions in 2019. Winfield's ball skills are top-notch, and he's shown a knack for making big plays when it matters most. His presence alone could serve as a catalyst for turnovers, something the Giants desperately need to boost their defense. Now, let's break down the potential impact. For the Giants, acquiring Winfield Jr. would mean a significant upgrade in their secondary, which is currently giving up about 220 passing yards per game. His addition could cut that number down, perhaps bringing it closer to 200 or even less. His coverage success rate could push the Giants' secondary from a 70 PFF rating to around 85, which would be a huge improvement. Statistically, that might translate into an extra 6 interceptions over the course of a season, plus more deflected passes, forced incompletions, and overall better pass defense. And it's not just about stats. Winfield's leadership qualities are also a big selling point. He's a fiery, competitive player who's known for holding teammates accountable and elevating the entire defensive unit. His presence on the field could help stabilize a secondary that's been shaky, especially after injuries and inconsistent play from current starters. In fact, his addition could turn the Giants' defense into a more aggressive, turnover-generating unit, which is exactly what they need to complement an offense that's been capable of putting up points when everything clicks. From Tampa Bay's perspective, trading Winfield makes sense. Their defense, currently ranked 25th in opponent points per game, is in rebuild mode. They need cap space to sign their core players, especially along the defensive line, and releasing Winfield frees up around $10 million in cap space. Given their struggles, allowing 9% success on third downs and the need to rebuild their secondary, they might see trading Winfield as a strategic move to allocate resources elsewhere. They also have backup safeties, but their depth isn't quite at the same level as Winfield, who's proven to be a reliable starter and difference maker. For the Giants, this move could be a real turning point. Imagine a secondary anchored by Winfield Jr., with players like Xavier McKinney and potentially other emerging talents. His ability to reduce completion percentage from 65% to around 55% would drastically cut down the big plays that have haunted the Giants all season. Plus, his presence could elevate the entire defense, leading to more turnovers, better field position, and ultimately more wins. It could also help them establish a more aggressive defensive identity, forcing offenses into tougher situations and creating more opportunities for the Giants to capitalize. Now, talking about the odds, I know some fans might be skeptical about a trade like this happening, especially given the Giants' current record of 2-9. But if you look at recent moves, like the Kevin Byard trade to the Eagles earlier this year, you see how teams are willing to make bold moves to strengthen their rosters for the playoff push or future seasons. The Giants could be eyeing a move like this not just to patch holes, but to set a foundation for sustained success. Winfield's skill set is a perfect fit for what the Giants need, a dynamic ball-hawking safety who can help them close the gap against the division's best teams. And let's not forget, Winfield's impact could extend beyond just on-field performance. His leadership and veteran presence could be a rallying point for the defense, inspiring younger players and setting a tone that winning is the standard. For a team that's been in a bit of a rebuild and looking for a spark, landing a player like Winfield could be the catalyst they need to turn things around. The NFC East is fiercely competitive, and making a move like this could be the difference between just competing and actually contending for a playoff spot or even a deep run in the postseason. In conclusion, this hypothetical trade makes a lot of sense for both sides. The Buccaneers get a valuable draft pick to help rebuild their roster and free up cap space, while the Giants get a proven playmaker who can elevate their secondary and bring a new level of intensity to the defense. Winfield's ability to generate turnovers, his leadership qualities, and his versatility make him an ideal fit for Brian Daboll's system. If the Giants can pull this off, it might just be the move that pushes them over the top, making their defense more cohesive, more aggressive, and ultimately more dangerous. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So fans, what do you think? Could Anton Winfield Jr. be the missing piece for the Giants? Would you support this move if it happened? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know your take on this potential blockbuster. Your opinions are what make this community special, and I love hearing from all of you. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest news on the New York Giants and everything NFL related. We're in this together, and together we're aiming for that next Super Bowl victory. Let's go Giants!